What is going on YouTube? Welcome back to the channel. Today I'm going to take a look at the all-new 2023-24 Chrome Bundesliga Hobby Box from Topps. These dropped on the Topps website for 75 bucks, and surprisingly, these theoretically should be much better than previous year's boxes, and of course we're here to show you guys why that is. So let's get right into it. If you enjoy this kind of content and want to see more, consider dropping a like down below and subscribing if you haven't already. It really helps out the channel, it really helps us grow, and helps with the YouTube algorithm. And when you click on eBay search links on this page and make a purchase, it can result in us earning a commission, which also supports us in the long run as part of the eBay Partner Network. Just an FYI. And here is this little anniversary pack. We'll get to it probably at the very end. And as you guys can see, this is going to be a 20 by 4 format. So you are getting 80 cards total. I don't know why I just split the Red Sea there, but all right, let's just put this over there. All right, and I will put this over here for display because why not? But we are expecting to see 6 numbered cards per box, and obviously the 1 auto per box on average. Hopefully you don't get unlucky enough to where you don't get an auto. But yeah, in terms of parallels, I'll put up a reference table up on the screen for you guys so you can see the odds as well. And first thing you'll notice is that we have 4 more parallels this year, which is, you know, initially you look at it, it's like, ugh. But since you're getting way more numbered cards per box this time compared to last year's set, the print run was actually cut by about 40%, which is actually huge. So that's a big improvement in my book. So yeah, we all have that to look forward to. And in terms of semi-case hits, you're looking at the top 11 or top XI insert, which are basically 1 in every 6 boxes. Then after that, we have the Time Travelers insert, which is a case hit, so 1 in every 12 boxes. And those also come in red to 5 and Superfractor 1 of 1s. But in terms of multi-case hits, we do have the Hobby Masters, which are 1 in every 4 cases. And then the Let's Go insert, which are 1 in every 6 cases. And unfortunately, I don't have any images from this specific set, so I'm going to use this MLS one that we saw earlier this year. And in terms of other technical case hits, the dual autos and triple autos, those are going to be, well, the dual autos are going to be 1 in every 5 cases, but the triple autos are actually going to be 1 in every 26 cases. So that's a big difference. And obviously because it's going to be rare by default, just because it's 3 autos on 1 card versus 2. And yeah, here's an example of one of them. But of course, the hardest card to pull is going to be the genuine diamond 1 of 1 cards that they included for the Bundesliga 60th anniversary. And those are going to be 1 in about 33 cases. So just keep that in mind when you're, you know, thinking about, oh my God, I'm going to pull a diamond here. It's going to be very difficult. That's like almost like 400 boxes or something like that. But now that that's out of the way, let's finally get right into it. So nothing too crazy on the pack as they've moved everything online in terms of odds. So we're just going to open this such, and we might have gotten our first number card here, I believe. Well, we know who the player is now. We saw the name. But interesting design. I don't know, something, I don't know how to feel about it. Like I don't even know actually what to compare. Okay, so this isn't a numbered card, but you are getting these, which typically we see these in like retail products, like value boxes, aka blasters. But we'll talk about that later on. But yeah, the design is I don't know what it is. Like, I like it, but I don't at the same time. I don't know if you guys feel the same way. Let me know in the comments down below. But this is our first insert. It is going to be, that is our first insert, right? All right, Titans. So you can get these in almost the entire color spectrum. Let's put this one over here. And then we got our second Aqua Prism with an S, because it's not the trademarked Panini one. That's normally how you'd write Prism. I feel like that's been distorted to a lot of people in the hobby at this point. All right, just another base pack. It looks like there's Xavi Simons with the image that we've all seen at this point associated with the diamonds. But what do we have here? All right, our first, no, it's still not a numbered card. So it's going to be a Pulsar. These should be 2 per box, something like that. But Alexander Pavlovich. Not a chased rookie, but one of the guys that I guess you can include as a prospect category. So if you guys want to get into it now, we will. The actual rookies to keep an eye out for, a little not biased from me, but just from maybe the hobby, because we've seen them in, you know, other sets as well. All right, before we get into that, there is Nelson Viper. This is pretty common. This should be Ultimate Beam or something like that. I think that's what it's called. But here's our first refractor. Don't know how common these are because on the odds sheet, Topps forgot to assign it a number. So let's just put that one over here, unnumbered parallels. But yeah, rookies. Like we've seen in the UCC sets, we have Julian Duranville, we have Paris Burner, and we have Faris Shaibi, which we've seen in Panini sets, but not top sets, I think, at this point. So Lucas Ulrich out of 299. I swear this guy was like a rookie last year. Is that a different Ulrich? Maybe it's his cousin or something. I don't know. But our first numbered card is going to be a purple out of 299. Do not love to see it because it is so high numbered, but it is what it is. At least they cut the print run by 40%, right? It should be that way. I mean, it should be even less, in my opinion, especially for a Bundesliga product. But we do have a green. Is that going to be an autograph? I don't know. I feel like the autograph is going to be at the very end. But here is Clemens Riedel out of 99 with Sabitzer refractor. All right. So very plain colors so far. We didn't get any waves or any other special patterns. But yeah, the three other rookies, besides Alexander Pavlovich, well, I guess that's one of them. The two others that are in prospect land, I guess you can add in Maximilian Bayer and Brian Gruda. That's what some people are chasing, not me personally. But I just realized I fixed that, not a big deal. There's our auto. It's out of 75 and it's going to be pink. I guess we got to look at it since we saw half the card, right? So Vincenzo Grifo. I have no idea who this guy is, but I am definitely a fan of the full bleed they used for these cards. I don't want to say it reminds me a lot of Stadium, but it kind of has that effect almost. So there's our auto. Unfortunately, we're not going to get any other crazy stuff. We typically leave it to the very end. So now it's just going to be fingers crossed that we see someone we recognize or some crazy card that is not a aqua prism or a refractor. So let's put these guys over here. I'm really curious about that one, actually. I think that's the pack. Well, actually, I'm not even 100% sure. It would actually make total sense to get the 60th anniversary foil parallel that was on the table earlier. Wait. Is this Superfractor? Am I seeing things? You guys see a different shade here, right? Is that just... Why is it like that? It threw me off. I mean, I didn't see any like vinyl discs or whatever you want to call them, but this is so weird. I think that's just like the background for this specific player, but why, Topps, why would you do this to us? That does not look like a normal base card. I don't know. That was weird. But yeah, anyway, here's what it looks like. That 60th anniversary parallel. I guess we'll get it from that one because I think all the cards in here are foil. And I don't think they would mix foil with chrome unless it was like an auto or something like that. So, all right. Wow. Kimmich, I don't think I've ever seen him like this. Just buzz cut. First time for everything, guys. But in terms of whether or not we're going to review blasters, bet your bottom dollar we are. I don't know when exactly, because I think Topps is going to be slightly delayed in terms of when they're going to be shipping out their blasters. But here is our, what is that, third numbered card? So we should be seeing 3 more. There's a lot of packs here, guys. There's a lot of packs. And I don't know, like just big question mark for the blasters, aka value boxes, because there are Bundesliga products that are the same price as a blaster. So, and like those are hobby boxes. So I don't get it. We'll talk about it more in detail when the product comes out. But here's our 4th numbered card out of 250. This is the X-Fractor. Frimpong. so if you're hoping to get a Hollander Jude auto, it is possible, but it is extremely difficult, guys. So you're more often than not going to get something like we did over there. And just generally, Bundesliga in general, like the checklist for the autos are very, very rough since it is limited to one league. So we got our second Ultra Beam Sheshko. Doing not too shabby in the Euros right now. Had that amazing shot that hit the post, unfortunately. But that would have been one of the highlights. He just like whacked that ball. Should have gone in. All right, we got more Titans and no case hits or semi-case hits. Nothing too crazy from this box. It's looking like it's going to be a very, very normal box. But if you do end up on the lucky end of the autos, at least you have Beckenbauer to look forward to. Rest in peace, legend. And who else? We have Xabi Alonso, Franck Ribéry, and if you pull a triple auto, there's a very, very sick... Did we get a black? I don't know. I mean, it looks like a black, but is it going to be numbered out of 10 is what I was trying to say. The triple Leverkusen auto would be pretty sick. I think it's like Xhaka, Wirtz, and Boniface. All right, Titans. So this one actually, I think, so it's not numbered, even though it's like black. There's a weird, and I think I can put it on the screen at this point. There's a weird note on the odds sheet of these like black Titans. It said, please remove. So I don't know, like there's actually a lot of errors on that odds sheet. So I don't know who's editing this stuff, Tops, but please keep it under control. It's really, really kind of strange to see that kind of stuff on the odds sheet. A lot of stuff missing. I'm pretty sure you can find a dedicated editor to not miss that kind of stuff, but all right. So a lot of these cards look different colors depending on the background, so I guess that's been established, but some people are looking for this guy as well, but for the most part, I don't know. Maybe you can group them with the three others that are not Brunner, Duranville, or Shaibi. All right, we have our last numbered card. It is going to be a magenta. No, magentas are going to be the highest numbered, which means it's going to be out of 399. Look at that. 009 couldn't make it to a 007 Agent Nelson Viper, but it is a 009. 2 generations later. Actually, I don't even know if it works like that. But, all right, let's do this. Let's do this, and then fingers crossed we get something nice from this one at least, because this box has been brutal. So I can already tell you guys we got one bad apple out of the way for you guys. But all right, so this is definitely chrome. I was expecting foil. I don't know why I was expecting foil, but this is definitely chrome. So Dion Abelio, Ayorke, Lukeba, and Pieringer. I don't recognize any of these guys. Anyway, this is what that pack looks like, ladies and gentlemen. All right, very underwhelming box here. The checklist is obviously better. We'll get into that in a sec, but we got 5 numbered cards. We can get 6. I thought, okay, so maybe 5 to 6 then. If you get a 6th one, it's going to be an insert, pretty sure. So out of 399, out of 250, 175, 299, and out of 99. Didn't get the whole rainbow, but here's our lovely, lovely auto, who is just, you know, crickets at this point. Out of 75, and then we got these 1, 2, 3, 4 aqua prisms, which is very, very typical of blasters. I don't know why they did that. We got this unnumbered Titans black, please remove. So what else do we get? We got 2 pulsars, non-numbered. This is probably the best card of the entire box, guys. It's crazy that I'm saying that. It's even for like a prospect. And then you have, what is that? 6 refractors. But how do we actually feel about this set? I'll put up the rating on the screen while we talk about it. But first things first is with the design. I don't know what it is, guys, but something just feels off about it. Like I said earlier, I mean, I like it, but I don't like it at the same time. I don't know why. Maybe it's the big chunk. Where's the base card? Yeah, maybe it's this like curvy chunk at the bottom, I don't know, with like shadow. Besides that, the base set size is fine where it is, although we can always use a smaller one to be honest, but 100 is kind of like standard, or everything should be like 100 card checklist, because like in 2020 or like before 2020 it was like 100, then it just skyrocketed to like 150, 200, 250, 300 in some cases. But for the price point, it's not too shabby actually. I mean, we could always also improve the pricing. I mean, it did improve by like $5 compared to last year, so even at that price point, I'm sure you can find it even cheaper on other websites online. But 6 numbered cards per box should have been the standard for last year's set, so I'm glad they finally fixed it or brought it back to its former glory. But the biggest improvement is obviously them cutting the print run by 40%. Honestly, would still hate to pull a magenta out of $3.99 like we did, but you know, everything is significantly easier to pull this time around, so that's a plus. And the diamond chase is a great idea that Topps added to, you know, honor the 60 years of Bundesliga. And I'm just really curious to see what those actually look like in real life, because the image kind of makes it seem like it's huge, but I don't know. And like, I don't know, like what kind of diamond is it, right? Those are the questions we're all dying to see answered. But again, the auto checklist is pretty brutal, but you know, still better than previous years Bundesliga sets. And I'm glad they decided to include, you know, Holland and Jude and like some significant legends. But overall, this product still won't appeal to the broader audience that, you know, the UEFA products attract typically. And, you know, definitely a step in the right direction nonetheless. But for the kind of product that it is, it definitely checks off all the boxes, you know, minus the overall value. So just keep that in mind when considering these boxes. Like we've seen with past Bundesliga prices and like values of just sealed stuff over time, it does tend to do this thing. So just keep that in mind once again. And yeah, either way, I'm sure Bundesliga fans are going to be all over these boxes for sure, because this is definitely an improvement. I'm not saying this is a terrible product, guys. It's just value compared to other stuff that Topps releases is just not the same. So that's pretty much it, guys. Hope you enjoyed this video and found it helpful. Thanks for watching. Stick around for more content, group breaks, and giveaways. And as always, we'll see you in the next one.